We are back, baby, and it's been 5 weeks since we started this project. We have been waiting on parts ever since, so now we can get into it. But there was a huge decision we left with you guys at the end of the last episode that was road or race. And before the end of this episode, you're gonna know the decision, so stay tuned. So this build has quickly become make or break because we are working on such a tight budget. We've just dropped 10K in performance parts and I don't even have any money left if this frame can't be fixed. So let's get into it. So first up, we've got to eat the frog and what's the other one? Elephant in the room. I have no idea what the sayings are, but I've got to do the hardest job first, which is this. This is where the frame protectors come off and it's ripped this entire bolt out of the housing. Now I think some of the thread inside there in the actual engine, the top of the engine, is probably still okay, but there's a chance I'll have to re-thread it. So what I've done is I've gone to Yamaha and I've bought an OEM bolt, exactly what I need because I don't want to half-ass this, for each side. So I'm going to replace them on both sides. I might have to jack this engine up slightly because it's not really aligned with where it needs to be. And fingers crossed this works, because if this doesn't work, I'm in a world of pain. And there's a very small chance I'll have to replace the actual head of the engine. So I've got my little magnet. I'm just going to try and see if I can get all the little pieces of metal out of there first. You can see that that magnet's got stuff all over it. You can see little loose bits of thread in there as well. See that? Tiny little loose bits of thread, not ideal. I really don't want them ending up ruining my frame, ruining my engine. So far so good, it looks like that bolt's going in. So before I go any further, I'm gonna pull it back out and we're gonna literally layer it up with red Loctite and put it back in the whole way. When I ever touch this bolt again, I know if my mechanic is watching this, he will be horrified how much Loctite I've just used, but well, that was a bit of a non-event, but that's pretty awesome. They're both actually fine. So I took this crappy stopper frame slider off this side as well, because let's face it, they often do more damage than good. So now it's nice and smooth. It also means that the fairing, once we put the fairing on, will go on a lot easier. So I think the next thing you do is start giving the bike a clean down, because there's nothing worse than working on a bike that's dirty, and it's so much easier to have a nice, beautiful, clean workspace. So I'm just going to give the whole bike a real quick clean. I'm also going to do the oil and filter at the same time. That looks super easy. And then I just gave the oil a quick inspection with my magnet to see if there's anything in there which shouldn't be in there. Obviously not that massive big bit of metal I pulled out that was already in my can. But the end of my magnet looks pretty clean, so that's good. You better grab that tambourine, bring the bass, we might be wicked. We may be forced to. So you won't believe this, the most simple problem, getting the oil filter off, is causing me dramas. So I need a special tool for that. In the meantime, let's move on to something a bit more fun. Come with me. We have got a new channel sponsor. So pop in here, have a look. Carbon fiber. We have finally got someone to, I won't say endorse, but help our channel out with carbon fiber. So this is Maxi Carbon. It's an Italian company, and let me tell you, the quality looks awesome. So their website, Maxi Carbon, jump on there and you can literally select any bike you like, modern sports bike, and they've got a really good range of carbon fiber. All I can say is this is the first time I've ordered from them. Everything arrived within 10 days from Europe to Australia. So I can only imagine it's pretty quick to the Americas as well. And we're gonna go ahead and install some of this now that the bike is a little bit cleaner, because as you guessed it, pretty much every bike I build lately is just loaded with carbon fiber. So let's do that. So this stuff looks pretty awesome. Now, normally when I put this stuff on, I've used double-sided 3M tape. Today we're gonna do things a bit different. We're gonna use 221 Sikaflex. This is not the cheap stuff. This is actually quite expensive, but this is what's gonna bond and hold in behind here, hold the whole thing on. And once we bond it and we put it on, we're gonna hold it on with zip ties for the first 24 hours, just to let that Sikaflex or silicone, whatever you call it, just to sort of set and form that bond. Yeah, that's gonna look pretty good. Okay, so we've got a front guard, which looks wicked. It's got this really cool mesh built into it. And again, super sturdy, like really, really sturdy carbon fiber. The rear swing arm guards for both sides. We've got the tank with the extender on it. So that's gonna look awesome. It's gonna make the bike look a lot more racy. And then we've got the guards as well. There's one more piece coming, which is the rear hugger. They didn't have it in stock, so they sent it 3 days later at their own cost. So how good is that? So I've got about half the carbon on the bike and it is looking smoking hot. So thank you, Maxi Carbon. Wow, absolute wow. But the biggest question, road or race? Let's get into it. Now, if you caught the thumbnail, you'll notice I'm basically saying I need a lot of views to build this into a road bike because of the cost difference is around about $6,000. So here's what I'm thinking. Why don't we just do both? Yeah, I know that sounds mental, but to be honest, the biggest difference is actually just the fairing and the lights, because I've actually already got all the parts for this bike. I ordered them all from Italy, and the street versus race isn't really too different. So I'm thinking if I can get my hands on a really good set of R1 fairings, I don't even need a full fairing, I only need some of the pieces, then maybe after we've put this bike on track and done some testing, I can actually reverse this into a street bike and do a bit more of a street bike build as well. Just a thought, it's an option and maybe it'll work. Okay, next up, I've got this package from Smart Moto. This is my package of deletes. I've got an AIS delete kit, so I've got the block off plugs there, the block off plates, I should say. I've got a stand delete, and something else, I can't even remember what I ordered at this point, but there's a few deletes. I've got to get the airbox off, I've got to get under that. It's not a small job, let's do it. So an AIS delete basically is recirculating unspent gases. So it's pushing it back into the engine to be recombusted and thus meeting emission standards. We don't need it, it's gonna get rid of some weight, let's get rid of it. But it's not an easy job. We're gonna take the top of the airbox off and then we're gonna take the bottom of the airbox off, which means I've got to take the stacks out and then just unplug a few extra little bits off the bottom of the airbox, and then that exposes the actual plug, the plates. I'm gonna replace those plates with the Smart Moto plates that I've been provided, and that's also gonna strip around about probably 300 to 400 grams of weight off this bike. So there it is in there, that whole unit there with these two block offs, see that plate there and that plate over there, that is your AIS system. Now this feeds back into this plug just here. We're gonna block that plug off, so we're gonna take that off and then take this whole unit out, put the new block off plates in place, so these ones in its place, and then block off that plug. Put it all back together and then job done. Dacks go back on. Okay, just make sure they still work. Boom. Job done. Put the airbox top back on. I've still got this filter, which I actually think is pretty good. I mean, I'm gonna replace it anyway as soon as the new filter arrives, but for now, I'm just gonna sit it back in here. Nope, it's gotta go there. It's gotta go. Little hooks. Nope, how does that go in? Oh my God. Yes, it does. Hooks go in there, and there, job done. Cover back on, 8 screws or 10 screws back in that, and that's another job done. Saturday nights, this is what I live for. Actually, I don't, I'd rather be on the clubs partying, but I'm too old. So I now have this. This is a complete AIS delete kit. eBay, $127 around about, that's what I'm gonna list it for. But my next problem is actually this, and I don't think that my forks are straight in the triples. So I'm gonna loosen the triples off, straighten up the forks, start putting some more carbon fiber on this bike. Okay, here's an easy way to test whether or not you've got a straight front end. And I've just manipulated it a bit, but I still don't think it's perfect. So it looks like I am actually quite straight. Okay, cool. But I think we're gonna take the front apart anyway and get the suspension serviced and checked. And then when we put it back together, probably down at either Motor Garage or Motor Logic, we'll just double check to make sure everything's straight before we go on track. Cool. More carbon fiber. So look at this beauty. That is gonna look very good. So I bought a new front frame. I bought it off somewhere super cheap, but it should be all we need to do to get everything up and running again. Okay, it's time to break out the big guns. We've got a full race fairing kit from Pro Fiber. Jump on their site, they sell some pretty awesome fairings and pretty quick to deliver too, to be honest. Yeah, good quality, nice and sturdy, easy to apply as well. So we're gonna do a mock-up now before all our performance parts arrive. Yeah, I'm just sort of talking it over in my head. We got a big box of performance parts arriving, pretty much everything you can think of. Before I put all that on there, which I'm gonna have to strip the bike down for anyway, again, why don't we do a mock-up just so we can see how this actually looks? Yeah, let's do that.
If I should fall, just go ahead, go and catch me, baby.
Okay, it's 11:30 p.m. I'm done for the night. We've got a pretty good mock-up going on here. Yes, there's a little bit of white tape at the back holding it together, but that's okay. Look, fingers crossed this box of goodies is gonna be here tomorrow or Monday, and we're gonna bang out this episode, all of the performance gear on it. Hopefully, if not, then this will be it, but we're getting there. We're getting some progress. I'm also thinking I might even have some of the paint ready for this bike. So I'm gonna dig into my paint supply. I've built enough bikes now that I've actually got a residual amount of paint just sitting there. I might be able to save myself a few $100s, which means I can probably put the money into something like a full ABS delete instead. But it's looking pretty cool, it's looking pretty aggressive. Just gotta fix those front forks, straighten them up a little bit. Yeah, just some fine tuning. And then the pain of actually installing this fairing properly. Right.